Ta-da! Papa Jock's Beatbox Part 2. As you can see, the makeup artist didn't turn up again, so this is what you get. So this one is just going to be a short video to show you how to set up the Focusrite. If people are watching this who aren't Jock, there's a first video that explains what we're doing and what this is about. So this is a video really for him, but anyone can watch it. So this is the breakout box for the Mac. I believe, Jock, you're going to be using a notebook, but it should work the same. This is the Beatbox. This is our pretty much the finished version, because last time it was just a skeleton. So we've got front controls. These tell you what channel you're on off button, volume control, 5-pin DIN like a MIDI, and that goes to the joystick. Now this is the joystick that I've made. Now you've got a trigger button there. That'll also trigger it pulling the joystick towards you or pushing it up, left and right to select. Again, you've got 5-pin MIDI connector. I've not sorted out the fixing onto the wheelchair yet, but what I'll do is I might either make a second unit slightly lighter and that'll go onto the arm of the chair with just another 5-pin DIN to connect it. So first of all, I'll just connect this up. On the back we've just got USB output, and that's for loading up extra samples. Power supply, again, like I say, I think it's 5 to 15 it'll take, and a left and right output. For today we're just going to run it in mono and use some of their built-in, but the ones samples I've got loaded already. So on the front, connect your 5-pin DIN, connect it all up before you switch it on. On the back, make sure connect a patch lead on one of the outputs, and the power supply, which is here. That's all ready to go, so I'll just switch that on. It's in run mode because it lights green. We're going to connect this up. This basically got a USB on the back, doesn't need a power supply, so we just plug one end of the USB into there and this into the Mac. This is just an extension cable, USB extension, so plug that in. Like so, it's switched on and so it's lit up. I'm going to run it mono output. It's got phono outputs. These will go to either an amplifier, or if you've got some powered speakers you can plug it straight into there, or you can use the headphones. Again, we can sort this out when we get the unit up to you. So I'm going to plug that in there. I'm going to plug this into this channel, which is on a line input, which means that it'll take a louder level. So I'll plug that in there. Now this unit comes with a microphone, which is up here. Comes with the mic, doesn't come with a stand, but we'll sort you one out now. So this will plug into channel 1 on here. It's a condenser mic, so you want this little button that says 48 volts on. Now that's your phantom power. What that does is that sends a bit of power up this microphone lead and powers the electronics in the microphone. So that's all up and running. So what I'll do on the Mac is I'm going to call up Pro Tools. So we'll just click on there. Now I've already set up a program for you just as a test bed. So just let it load up. Dun, 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 dun. Now this is a full version of Pro Tools. It will come with a lighter version. I think it's called Pro Tools First. So this is the program I've set up. Don't need a detailed report. That's just telling me it's seeing a different sound card to what we normally use, because we normally use a Motto 2424 in it. So the first thing you do is go into your options, setup, go to hardware, and you can see it's come up in the peripherals as Scarlett Solo USB. So Pro Tools is seeing that unit as an interface. So click OK, that's fine. Right, let's put a sound in. So first of all, we'll do a track with just a microphone just to show you how to do it. So you'd go to track, create new, I'm going to run it as mono, audio track, and just press create. Now it's coming in through into there. We've got two inputs, sorry. We've got if you look at the interface, you've got input 1 and input 2. So input 1 from the Scarlett is the microphone, input 2 is from the beatbox. So to start off with, we'll just select input 1, and it's just coming out as a stereo output on the output. So you could have 1 or 2 on the output. It's showing a lot more because I use, like I say, a 24 channel interface, but we'll just put it on at 1 and 2, so stereo out. So if we go and click on record, so it's armed, we should get, you can see a little signal coming up on here when I tap the microphone. So that's recording in from the mic, or that's seeing the signal coming in. So if we want to record something, go up to press arm record and then run. Ooh, I'll just turn the click off because no one wants the click. And then if I just talk into the microphone, Papa Jock's beatbox, and then stop it. So now you can see it's recorded off the mic here. So we should be able to play that back. Papa Jock's beatbox. So right, what I'll do is now I'll set another channel up and we'll run the beatbox into it. So let's just take that off arm. I'm going to just mute that. Select another track. So go to track, new, another mono track, just one audio, click. And on here, it's actually come up, which is helpful. It's input 2. And we'll set that to record. Now, if we go back to the Scarlett a second, on both these input channels, you've got a level control. And when it gets the signal in, it'll glow green around the dials, which is, well, it's cool because it's flashy lights, isn't it? And if it gets too loud, it'll go red. So we're going to set a channel, a level coming off the beatbox in there. So if I just switch that. 1, 2, 2. So you can see the signal coming in. 2, 2, 2. And when it goes to red, that's because the signal's too loud. So you can trim that to what you want. 2. And again, you can see in here, when I press that, and I do it with my foot because the camera's in the way, 2. You can see the signal coming in there. So again, what we'll do is we'll just record a bit. So it's on record, and run, and I'm just going to come over to the other side. So I'll just 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. And you can trigger it 4, 4, 4, pushing away as well. 4, 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay. Stunning bit of dance music there. So if I just stop that, and as you can see there it is the track. So if I play it, you will hear what we've just recorded. 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Right. So what this will allow you to do, because you've only got one working hand, is you'll be able to set up a track. We'll have a sample of, say, a djembe or something, and you can either use the click on there, so you've got a tempo, and then just trigger it with the button where you want that beat to come in and make your track up like that. Then when that's done, you can then select another track and play along with the one you've done and select on the sampler, on the beatbox, a different drum. So like what we did with my sampler when we went up to Lancaster, you can layer up the tracks then and create a rhythm track like that. Now it doesn't have to be rhythms you can put in there, you can put instrumentation in as well, and it's got a 32 gig memory in there, which means that basically it's all CD quality, so it's 16-bit, 44.1, but that means that you can put anything in there, any length, up to 32 gig, which is a lot. I mean, the average CD is something like 800 meg, so about 30 or 35 CDs worth of music. So you could do a rhythm track and then put it in there, and then using the microphone or something like that, you could create vocal bits that you might want to put in and then just trigger off sporadically through, or bits of keyboard or anything you want to sample really. You could rip off a bit off a CD. So that's the basics of just getting that going. Obviously this is just a little guide for you. So what I'll do is I'm going to finish this little recording session, but next time I'll go through loading samples into the beatbox, how to set the triggers to operate in different ways, and what you need to do with labeling your samples, because there's a couple of little quirks when you're loading them in and playing with it I've found, which is just things like making sure there's no metadata at the beginning of your audio tracks, and Macs are quite good at putting that in. That's why it tells you when the track's been modified, etc. But it's quite straightforward. You can run it into Audacity and just resave it, and it takes 2 seconds to do, and then the track will run as it should. So, happy Easter! And I'll speak to you very soon. Bye!